Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about hearing aids again, over-the-counter hearing aids, and this is the Elehear Beyond, which has just been released, and I had the pleasure of using these for the past couple of weeks. I want to give you my opinion about these guys and talk a little difference between this one and the Pro that I reviewed about maybe a month ago or so. I'm coming from a vantage point of basically using my mother as my test subject. So she's 82. She lives a little bit away from me. I went and saw her recently, and she played with both of these hearing aids, the Pros and the Beyonds, and her regular ones. And we'll talk about that, about what she said the differences were for her as a long-term hearing aid user of the more expensive kind you buy for a couple of grand. I used to hate to get that phone call from her when she said, "I can't find my hearing aids," because that is a ton of money. Right? So from the Pro to the Beyond, I could tell the difference between this one and the Pros. Now the Pros are good, but I could tell there's a little bit something extra going on with this one. So let's talk about it. First, let's open the box and see what's in it. Let's open the box here. Again, it's going to advertise iOS and Android. It takes approximately 3 to 4 weeks for your brain and ears to get used to wearing a new pair of hearing aids. We encourage you to use them daily, and remember that the more you wear the hearing aids, the faster you can adapt to them. Also, it has an important number down here if you need help, anytime from support. So if you can't figure out what's going on with these things, if you're having trouble to adjusting them, they will be glad to help you out adjust. Because I know it can get kind of complicated as we all get older. We don't like to fool around with our phones and more technological stuff. Technological stuff. So if you get confused, call the number, they'll walk you through it. And the best thing here I've seen, it has pictures. It's not the little tiny writing you get in these manuals. They actually have pictures to tell you how to do stuff. That is very helpful, especially how to clean them and all the other stuff that they come with. Good job on that, because that is really helpful. Inside, we have 2 slots here, one for the power cord, one for the extra ear tips, and one for the cleaning kit. So we got USB-C to USB-C-A. This is going to be your cleaning kit. It's got either many little brushes inside here. Not really a brush, but more of a cleaning tool. And there's your brush. Sorry, I misspoke earlier. Cleaning tools and brush. Then we have our ear tips. So we have a plethora of ear tips. And there are different sizes depending on how much severity hearing loss you have, whether you should use the big ones or the small ones to go deep into your ear canal. There's like a reset button right there, USB-C input. One thing my mother didn't like, I didn't realize, is the other ones were black, the Pros, and she would prefer more of a neutral tone, like almost like a brown or a tan that goes better with the back of her earlobe. Well, I say if you have gray hair, these go well back with that. So anyway, that's the color. The charging case here, it shows red and blue inside, indicating red on the right, blue on the left. So you don't get confused. Right there, you'll see it's red, indicating, so if you get confused with which one it is. You can also figure out, obviously, about which way it's pointing and how it would go into your ear. And if it's nice and it's perfect distance-wise from the cord to my ear. Yep, slides right in. And they're already on, I can hear them. I'm gonna get into all the features, but I just want to tell you briefly of what I think of these things being a new person to having hearing aids. And my biggest question I had when I first started out was, what is the difference between these and then a $7,000, $4,000, $5,000 pair of hearing aids? I think some of the difference that you're mainly paying for is that one-on-one doctor visit, adjusting it for you and everything else too. But how hard is that really? So can you use an app to just adjust it yourself and be happy with the results and save a ton of money? I noticed with these, just a little bit of turning it down to my level where I need to hear. The main issue is these sounds. Those hard slap sounds, the door closing, shutting the dishwasher, banging something on the counter. was a jarring effect when you would wear some of these earbuds over the counter. It would be like, bam, you're like, good Lord, that's loud. I noticed right away that these didn't really have that. It was a lot more manageable, more toned down. I think some of the AI is really kind of like noticing like that peak is way too high. Let's cut that down before I deliver it to the customer. I'm hearing a lot better dampening of sound. Now, my mother has the Pros right now, and she's been wearing those a little while. And she even picks those up over her regular hearing aids, which surprised me. Because, I mean, I don't expect an over-the-counter to work as good as a professionally made hearing aid. But if they can, then now we're starting to even the playing field here. So I asked her the main question: what's the main difference between your professional ones and the ones you're wearing now from Elehear? And she said, not much. The banging part where it's loud, all the jarring, that's different. That's not normally what I hear on my other hearing aids. Other than that, listening to TV, voice conversations, that kind of stuff are all fine. And that is a huge statement, right? That's someone who's always used hearing aids, expensive ones, saying, these guys work just fine. Just a couple of things that are kind of like not so great, but other than that, they work great. I actually wore her hearing aids for a little while just to hear the difference. And I did hear that it was less banging and all that kind of stuff. But these are closer to, I think, a professional hearing aid. Let's get into some of the special features. The number one main feature they highlight is AI Enhanced Sound Clarity and AI Noise Cancellation. They call it Vocal Clear Plus, which is an AI technology which learns and adapts to your unique hearing profile, giving you a more natural experience. A lot of AI stuff. Basically, it's starting to use computer technology and advancement to try to like figure out, all right, that sounds too high, let's bring that down, let's bring this up, and more adapts to the sound or the place you are around you. So you got a lot of noise in the background, and you got a lot about background noise. You try to cut that out, noise cancellation, and focus on the vocals that are closer in front of you. They advertise the Tinnitus Masking, and that got me excited. When you mentioned tinnitus, which that is what I have. So I have constant ringing in my ears throughout the month. Some days it's just fine, or I can still hear it, but I kind of bypass it. And then there's time of the month where it's like beep, where it's like the morning, it's like whoa, and then later in the afternoon it kind of tones down. But there are times where it's just, yeah, and there's no medication or fix for tinnitus. So it's that constant ringing that just is always there. So what they did was they came out with a way to give you the natural white noise sounds. So you can kind of pick what you want, a white noise, airplane noise, that kind of stuff. And let that run in your ear while in the meantime, it's still doing the hearing aid job of the sounds around you. So before it would just do your natural sounds that you picked, like you're playing your headphones and listen to nature sounds, that stuff. This allows you to play like a nature sound or like a white noise sound while it also listens around you like a regular hearing aid. So if you have constant loud ringing, you can kind of deliver that humming noise to kind of drone that out a little bit, but you still have the hearing aid capabilities behind it. So something that if you have tinnitus to play with and see if you like, you may like it, you may not like it. I have it on a real low setting with white noise. I like the airplane noise the best. And I hear that versus the ringing. So if that's what you want, then that's what it can do. So it's a pretty cool feature to kind of play with. I'm gonna put these back in while I'm sitting here. Like, I'm gonna try this. No, it's not like it was before. I'm telling you. I mean, you hear it, but it's not that jarring sound. So this is for me the biggest update or improvement that I've heard in hearing aids over the counter is these Beyonds. Just that loud sound does not knock you off your socks. Hold on, this just came in. Oh, we have limited time pricing right now. The pricing for the Beyonds during this opening season where it just came out is going to be $3.99. So check the link below to see if you can get there and see if you can get them for a discount before it comes out as a regular price. So $3.99 is not bad for a pair of really good backup hearing aids, or these could be your primary ones. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to break off, and I'm going to talk about the app and how you navigate the app. We'll launch the app now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this on the side here of the screen so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So if you see my screen right now here, I have the Pros and then the Beyond. So I'm going to click on the Beyond, and it's going to try to connect, and it does connect. Congratulations. All right, so this is the main screen rolling right now, where you go into your settings, and you can, at the top here it says General. You can add different modes. We talk about noise, and then here you can adjust each one separately. So if you have harder hearing in one ear or the other, you can raise that volume and lower the volume in the next one. And when you do make movements like to stuff, you will hear an audio sound in your hearing aid letting you know that you've adjusted it. And then we can go to finer tuning with each individual left or right. So you can add the volume, of course, but you can talk about a brighter or a deeper sounding sound. So if you're having a hard time hearing maybe the brighter sound, you can crank that up. In other words, deep, low tones you're missing out on, you can kind of tailor it to that. And you can have a try. So you hit have a try.
On a peaceful afternoon, Emma decided to take a walk.
So they're playing a sound in my ear about Emma having a walk through the park.
And the gentle breeze
so it kind of lets you know what that would
refreshing.
sound like
As
if
she
you
reached
use
the
that
top,
setting.
She paused
So you're
to
not saying,
admire
if you're
the
by
view.
yourself, you're not saying to someone, hey, talk to me, and let them talk, and then you're trying to like adjust it on the fly. So you can do the right ear, left ear, all separate, and then you can memorize what you said of that. You have your noise control adjustment right here, so you can go low or off noise control, or you can go high. And then we talk about speech focus. You can focus on the front, so it's like a front sounding, or you can hit 360. I just did that. It's more of like all the sound around you. So you're trying to hear a bunch of stuff around you. So maybe you're doing a walk through the woods or in nature or whatever, and you want to hear the birds chirping and hear all the sounds around you. You can kind of adjust it right here and use 360. All right, then I'm gonna go into my tinnitus set. And this is what it looks like here for tinnitus setting. If you can see that, I'll put it on the screen, of course. It shows you like different sounds, rain, and you can combine these two. So if you like the rain going on with sea waves, you can kind of do both of those at the same time. These are all the different ones, and I'll show you right here on the screen all the different ones that you can choose from. And then this is the main settings right here. We go down the list. You can do your profile of the device you have. It'll tell you your firmware, tell you actually how much time you've been using the different buds, and of course the power on each ear, how much battery you have left. And then it has a number at the bottom and a website where you can call for support to get help. That's the biggest thing, is that you're not left alone. It's not like you buy a pair of hearing aids and be like, that's it, good luck, buddy, use the app. Or this actually, they stand behind their product, and they're really excited about it, try to get you to work the best for you. Because if you buy the product, you say it doesn't work, and you ship it right back or return it to wherever you bought it from, and that's not great. So they would rather try to sit down with you over the phone or whatever and try to get it worked out so it sounds good to you. So I'm going to put on the screen also next couple slides of all the specs if you're curious about how long do they last. But one of the things that this charging base does is fast charge. So a lot of the older big issue with hearing aids, the ones my mom uses, they aren't the battery kind. They're the charge, same as this, you put into a device, but they die after like 3 hours. This has the charging base right here. You don't have to plug it in. I know hers is a little box you open up, you plug it into the wall, and at night you put them in there, close it up, and the next morning and they're ready to go. This is all about convenience and speed. So she can put these in her purse and then charge them up when she's not using them, break them back out again, use them, put it back in, charge them up. And then later on, after several days, she can like, oh yeah, I need to charge my case. And then she can plug it into the wall and charge the case. Or you can leave it charged to the wall all the time and do it like she does with her other ones. But this gives you the option to take them on the go. If you're going on a trip, something like that, you don't have to worry about bringing extra chargers. And USB-C is the main one right now that everyone's using. So my phone does the same one, so that works out great. Again, pretty excited for these. The main thing I like is that AI technology is reducing that sound so it's not blasting in my ear. I'm hearing myself perfectly fine, so I am a happy customer. All right, questions down below. If you're new here, like, subscribe. I do speaker and camera reviews. I don't always do hearing aids, but if you got any questions, I will be happy to answer you. If I can't get the answer, I'm gonna go to my source, because I was sent these for review. All clarity, I'm not paid to do this. They just sent me the hearing aids. Hey, can you wear them for a while, check them out, and then let us know what you think of them and do a review about it. I'm telling you, these are different. These are different. I like them. All right.